So if you're looking for suggestions whether you can use your smart TV as a monitor or not, you are at the right place, because I have been using a 4K smart TV as a monitor from last 2 years. So I can share some experiences, the pros and cons. So let's get started. So there are two reasons why you would want to use a smart TV as a monitor. The number one is you don't have a monitor, you have got a TV, and you're thinking maybe you can use your smart TV as a monitor, and you very well can if your TV has got HDMI. That is going to be the case if your TV is not older than 2012 or before that. Maybe before that also TVs had HDMI. If it has got HDMI, you will be able to use it with your computer, with your CPU. And if you want to use it with your Mac, new Macs, then you will have to buy a dongle which has got HDMI out connection, so that you can connect your smart TV with your MacBook. So if you have got no choice but to use your smart TV as a monitor, then go ahead. But if you have got choices, then you should know a few things more. That is going to be a little concern. In certain use cases, the TVs would not be ideal. There is something called input lag, which is the amount of time it takes to output the monitor something which you input, like you type something or you do something in the computer and then it displays on the monitor. So the time is called input lag, and generally monitors have got 5 milliseconds, 4 milliseconds of input lag, and gaming monitors have got 1 millisecond of input lag. So if it's gaming, then hands down 1 millisecond monitor would be the best choice. And even basic monitors with 4 milliseconds, 5 milliseconds would be okay for playing games, but not TVs, because TVs don't have lower input lags. They generally are in the category of like 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Mine has got 8 milliseconds, which is pretty surprising. Still more than the standard monitors, but still far less than the standard TV out there. So 8 milliseconds of input lag on my TV does not affect me when I am blogging, writing articles, doing research work, photo editing, etc. There is no difficulty, there is no issue. I am still able to use it for video editing also. Like if I have to edit this video, then there will be no difficulty. But if I have to use it for editing a fast sequence where I have to cut to the music, cut the footage to the music, then it gives me a little bit of issue, because there is a little bit of lag, and that's why I prefer to use only the monitor of my laptop when I'm editing something very fast, very tight. And other than that, there is no difficulty even with the 8 millisecond of input lag. But that's not the only thing which you will have to look into a TV to consider using it as a monitor. The other thing would be whether or not the TV support the feature of monitor, because if the smart TV is 4K, it would give you the maximum resolution of 3640 to 160. So it is huge, and it is as huge as stacking 4 full HD monitors side by side, making a square of it. The only that much of screen real estate you can get from an Ultra HD or 4K monitor, which is a good thing. But certain TVs, if you want to use a 4K TV, then maybe there would be an issue of reading the text, because the text would be as small as it is on your computer. The standard text size of a web page would be as similar as the text size on your laptop monitor. The smart TV may have a little bit of difficulty outputting to the same amount of crispiness. So generally all the smart TVs that are coming these days have got this feature of monitor, where you can turn it on for like the picture setting, or the HDMI setting would be monitor. So you can set it to monitor so that it will be able to output the text in the same amount of crispiness that you would see on your laptop's monitor. And that's the only issue. If your smart TV has got less input lag and has got a monitor mode, then you are good to go. So these are the two things that you will have to look for when you want to use your smart TV as a monitor. One is input lag. It has to be somewhere between 8 to 4, maybe 10 would be fine, I don't know, but 8 works for me, and you can check it out yourself. The minimum, the better. And the other thing is your smart TV must have a monitor mode in order for you to view the text on the screen in crispiness, because if it is a little blurry, then it will give you a headache after looking at it for a certain period of time. And another thing that I want to share from my experience is, if you do not have a TV and if you're looking to buy a smart TV and use it as a monitor, then I would suggest you to go for a 32-inch 4K monitor, because 42-43-inch or beyond that is going to be a little too big for you. Because even for me, I have adjusted to it, but I still feel that it would have been much better if I had a 32-inch 4K monitor, because it would still mean that I would have a 16-inch monitor, 4 16-inch monitor stacked together, and it would still make sense, but it is a little too bigger. And the issue with bigger screens is that whenever you are trying to move your mouse from one end to the other, then it takes a bit of time to move your mouse. And the other thing is you will have to move your head to view everything. It is not in viewing angle. If I am sitting in front of my monitor at an arm's length, I would still have to turn my head to the left to view the window which is on the left side, and will have to move my head to the right if I have to look at the window on the right side. At center it works, but on these angles I wish it was a 32-inch monitor. It would have been much better. So if you have the option and if you are looking to buy, then go for a 32-inch monitor. So if you still have the option of buying, then I would suggest you go for a 32-inch 4K TV. I think there is no TV available that is 4K and 32-inch size. It would be better if you go for a monitor, because there are a few monitors, 4K monitors, UHD monitors in 32-inch of size. That would be the perfect size for you for editing, video editing, for productivity purpose. But this becomes a little bit of an overkill according to me. I have used it for several years. But if you don't have any option, you already have a TV, maybe you have an older TV and you're looking to buy a new TV, and maybe you're thinking you can repurpose your TV as a monitor, then you can go ahead, unless you have those two things fulfilled, the input lag and the monitor mode. So I hope this helps and this solves your purpose of watching this video. I have many other videos on the channel that aims to make people's tech life easy. You can view them and subscribe for future videos. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care.